All right, and as we jump into some of the newer models, 251103, this one was part of the 2025 World Championship speed modeling. It was solved in a little under 3.5 minutes. I don't think we're going to get it done that fast, but it's a great part. Look at these curved slots. We are going to rely heavily on that palette tool. So let's jump in. We're going to do an extrude on the top plane. And I'm going to go right into the palette tool and get a rounded rectangle from the shape tab. So double click on there, drop it in, right, drag this down to the center, and click OK. The overall height here, I want it to be 90. There we go. And the overall width should be 130. You can see here that the radius is 15. Okay. And now we still need to kind of place it on the center. So I'm going to add some construction geometry points and then make those stick to the references. So that'll help us get this centered without needing any other dimensions. I am going to extrude this, but let's add some circles in here. So we're going to get a diameter. We'll get them all with the same radius or same diameter. And we'll set that diameter to be 15. And we'll go ahead and extrude that. So that has an overall height of 26. And Control D. Normally I might take and put a chamfer on kind of towards the end, but in this case, if I add the chamfer now, that chamfer has 45 by 6. So I do like switching to be 45 by D. I know that shows up on my drawings a little better than the D by D. But anyway, if I place the chamfer now, it'll take advantage of that tangent loop, and I only have to create one of them. Okay. All right, now we're going to create a sketch on the top plane or top surface, and we'll get ready for the rest of those, the geometry. All right, so we're going to add a circle. It's not tangent, it sticks out past the tangent a little bit. Adding the axes into the view helped a lot here. You can make it concentric to the center or the circles, but in order to do that, you have to like kind of hover on the corner, give it a chance to kind of pop up. But by putting the axes in the view here, it popped up much quicker. So that'll be used to get those counter bores. We can also, in this sketch, add the center hole, which will be a diameter of 18. And then just to kind of show off a little bit, I'm going to actually sketch the pocket in here as well. The pocket has 56 is the diameter on the pocket. And then the last thing is going to be to add those arcs. So from the top view, it's kind of left to right. So we'll go back into the palette tool under shapes, and we'll find a racetrack arced with axes. Actually, let's try the arced with center lines. So double click, drop it here. All right, I want this part to be where I'm placing it based on. And I want to rotate it so I can make the axes parallel there. All right, good enough. Lots of information here. That's all right, we'll make it work. I don't need this dimension. I don't need this dimension. There's a lot going on there. Let's make this axis stick to here. And let's make this axis stick to here. I could have also done that by setting them as vertical and horizontal. Let's see here. My slot diameter is 6. That's in the bottom view. And the radius is 20. All right, now how to get the other one. Unfortunately, there's a couple of ways I could think about doing it. Creo does not have a pattern tool. Let's try sketch geometry. I'm going to drag a select box around that way. When I go left to right, it gets everything that's fully contained. I'm going to try this rotate resize. So I'm going to take this, let's see, if we slide this over to here, good. And then let's rotate it. 180 degrees, scaling is 1. Check mark. Oh, I know what I screwed up. It worked. Let's undo. Let's try it again. Let's copy, paste. We're going to right click to drag that to the center. We're going to rotate it 180 degrees. We're going to left drag it to the center and hit check mark. All right, so I got a lot of dimensions showing up in here. Let's just make sure that this is on here. We're going to try to get rid of as many of those as we can. Radius 3 there, radius 7 there, that's okay. Zeros, this should be fine. Man, that worked out all right. Okay, so sketch region selected. We're going to do that. Select fully contain. So I'm holding down control while I'm dragging a select box from left to right, and it's getting anything that's fully contained. So we're going to take those and extrude them, flip it the other direction. We're going to right click, remove material. Sorry, remove material, and the depth is 11. That shows up here. The counterbore is a depth of 11. Okay, then we're going to take this one and these two, and we're going to extrude those all the way through so we can flip, and it's already doing that. Right click, come on, to next. All right, and then the last one we're going to do is a little funky. Ooh, interesting. To next did not work. Let's edit. Actually, it might work once we do this next step. We're going to hit extrude. We're going to take this. Oh, cancel. The sketch region you always have to select before you hit extrude. This is actually going to be a two-sided extrude. So the first side is going to go through all. The second side is going to be variable, but instead of going up, we're going to have it come down. And that depth is going to be 26 minus 12. Okay, so we want that pocket to be a depth of 12. The overall height is 26, so starting to bottom. Let's see how we did. Yeah, that didn't work out okay. I wonder why that didn't go all the way through. Interesting. We're just going to edit definition on extrude 3. Oh, it's symmetric. We want to go through all. I clicked the wrong button on that. I thought I clicked through next, and I clicked symmetric. All right, so let's hit Control D. Let's hide our sketch, hide our planes. That looks pretty good there. Check the bottom. That looks pretty good. And it's time to check our mass properties. All right, let's try 120. This is plus or minus 0.1 grams. So let's double check here. And we've got 0.1195. So that's going to be 119.5 grams. Hey, a couple of things that usually trip me up that I didn't let that time, including the decimal places. I like this one a lot. I hadn't made a rounded racetrack from the palette in Creo before. I knew in Onshape you could draw the arc and use it to make a slot. So I was a little concerned I'd get stuck on that, but that worked out really well. The copy paste worked out pretty well with the rotate resize. You could also do that as a single feature and then pattern it with an axial pattern of 2, or you could maybe add a 45-degree construction line and mirror it over that. So lots of different ways. Definitely don't have to use the rounded rectangle from the palette. Super easy just to add a rectangle with some fillets on the corners, but don't forget about that palette tool. All right, take care.